As I sit here talking with you today, I'm thinking about how strange the body can feel once we cross our 50s. Things we never noticed before suddenly speak louder. The stiffness in the morning, the way the skin doesn't bounce back as quickly, the quiet fatigue that settles in even after a full night's sleep. And sometimes we look in the mirror and wonder, when did all of this change? I want you to know something. You're not alone. I've spent more than 30 years caring for older adults here in the U.S., and I've heard the same sentiment from countless patients. One woman, Mary, she's 67, once told me, "Doctor, it feels like my body is aging faster than my heart." Maybe you felt that way too. Maybe there are days you feel younger inside than what you see on the outside. And that's exactly why I want to sit down with you today. Because while aging is natural, inevitable even, the speed at which it happens is not fixed. We have far more influence over it than most people realize. Sometimes all it takes is nourishing the body in the right way, giving it tools that match the season of life we're in. I want you to imagine something for a moment. Imagine your cells, those tiny, invisible workers inside your body, sitting quietly, waiting for what they need. Not complicated medicine, not expensive procedures, just the right nutrients so they can repair, rebuild, and protect you the way they were designed to. But here's the truth I've seen again and again. As we age, those cells become a little more sensitive, a little more reactive. Stress hits harder, inflammation stays longer, and collagen, the very framework that keeps our skin firm, our joints strong, and our tissues resilient, begins to decline faster. One of my patients once said, "It feels like everything that used to be sturdy is now delicate." And yes, that's what collagen loss often feels like. But here's the part that gives me hope, and I hope it gives you hope too. The body can respond. It can rebuild. It can heal, even in our 60s and 70s, if we give it the right kind of support. Over the years, people have asked me, "Doctor, is there a simple, natural way to protect my collagen? Something I can add to my routine without turning my life upside down?" And the answer is yes, absolutely yes. But it's probably not what most folks expect. You see, we often hear about trendy supplements or miracle powders, but sometimes the most powerful support comes from foods so humble we walk past them in the grocery store without a second thought. And that's what today's conversation is about. Understanding one of those simple, overlooked foods that quietly strengthens collagen, calms inflammation, and gives your body the kind of deep, cellular nourishment it responds to beautifully as we age. So take a breath with me, settle in, and let's explore this together, gently, honestly, and with the curiosity of someone who still believes in their body's ability to change. After all these years of practicing medicine, I still believe in that possibility, and I want you to believe in it too. When we talk about protecting collagen after the age of 50, I often tell my patients that the goal isn't just adding more, it's also stopping what's quietly breaking it down every single day. The body at this age is a bit like an old house. Sometimes you don't just need more wood, you need to stop the termites. And interestingly, flaxseed does this far better than chia. Inside our body, we have a group of enzymes called MMPs. They're like demolition workers that cut through collagen. Flaxseed helps calm these enzymes far more effectively than chia, creating a kind of gentle, protective shield that helps the skin stay firm and elastic for longer. Another reason I hold flaxseed in such high regard is because of its lignans, tiny little molecules that work with surprising intelligence. They're not just antioxidants, they help stabilize hormonal signaling, something that becomes increasingly delicate as we age. Cortisol, the stress hormone, can erode collagen quickly, almost silently. The lignans in flaxseed send a message of all is well to the body, reducing the harmful effects of chronic stress on the skin. I once had a patient who lived in a near constant state of worry. After adding flaxseed to her daily meals, within just a few weeks, her skin looked less dull, less tense, as though the stress wasn't etched as deeply anymore. People often ask me, "Doctor, if chia and flax are both healthy, why say flaxseed is superior?" And I usually explain with a simple image. Chia is like a river with a blockage. It contains omega-3, yes, but its higher omega-6 levels clog the conversion process, slowing down the body's ability to create the active anti-inflammatory form of omega-3. And when that inner river gets stuck, the skin's anti-inflammatory signals weaken. Flaxseed, on the other hand, flows smoothly, delivering nutrients in a way the body can actually use. I've always seen flaxseed as a kind of biological regulator, small but incredibly wise. It works on several levels, reducing inflammation naturally, supporting flexible cell membranes, and creating an ideal environment for fibroblasts, the cells that produce collagen, to do their work. I once told a patient that fibroblasts are like carpenters in a workshop, and flaxseed is the light and fresh air that lets them work with ease. When conditions are right, they build stronger, better, and more consistently. Collagen, after all, doesn't just need ingredients like vitamin C or amino acids. It needs a stable biological climate to grow. Just like a plant needs more than soil, it needs the right light, humidity, and environment. The ideal omega-3 to omega-6 ratio in flaxseed creates that internal climate. It tells the body, "You're safe, you can heal." And when the body enters a healing mode instead of a defensive one, collagen forms more naturally and steadily. Another underrated benefit of flaxseed is its magnesium and vitamin B1, two nutrients that act like batteries for your cells. When we're young, those batteries are always full. But as we age, cellular energy drops, everything slows down, and collagen production declines. Magnesium and B1 from flaxseed help recharge those fibroblast batteries. And when your cells have energy, they repair better, work longer, and keep your skin looking healthier. Flaxseed also contains phenolic compounds that strengthen cell membranes. I often tell patients that the cell membrane is the fence around each skin cell. If the fence is weak, sun and pollution break in easily. But with phenolics from flaxseed, that fence becomes sturdier, more resilient, helping the skin recover from daily insults more efficiently. There's something else worth mentioning. When you grind flaxseed and eat it fresh, you release a special type of lignin called SDG. These compounds help reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes. And that's critical because high blood sugar leads to glycation, a process that caramelizes collagen, making it stiff, brittle, and easy to break. I often joke that glycation is the fastest way to age your skin without noticing it. Flaxseed gently slows that process. Chia seeds do help with hydration, and that's valuable, but their effect stops at the surface level. They don't reach into the cell's signaling pathways, the deep communication network that decides whether fibroblasts will produce collagen. Flaxseed works at the level of the cell's operating system, not just the outer layer. And perhaps the thing I appreciate most about flaxseed is its ability to support proper collagen cross-linking, the natural process that helps collagen fibers become strong, elastic, and functional. Many people take collagen supplements but end up forming immature collagen, soft, weak, and not structurally sound. Flaxseed helps your body create mature collagen, the kind that resembles well-woven cables. That's why skin becomes firmer, healthier, and ages more gracefully. As we wrap up our time together today, I want you to remember one simple truth. Your body is still listening. Even at 60, 70, or beyond, it listens, it responds, it heals when you give it the right kind of support. And something as humble as a spoonful of flaxseed each day can become a quiet companion on that journey, protecting your collagen, reducing inflammation, and helping your skin and tissues stay strong for the years ahead. I've seen this transformation in so many of my patients. Small, gentle choices, done consistently, changing the way they age. And I truly hope you give yourself permission to try that too. Not because it's trendy, not because someone on the internet said so, but because your body deserves support that matches the wisdom of your age. If today's conversation gave you a moment of clarity, or comfort, or even just a little curiosity about your own health, I'd love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments, have you ever tried flaxseed? And what changes have you noticed in your body over the years? Your stories help others feel less alone. And if you found this helpful, please take a second to like this video. It truly helps more older adults discover information that can support their health. Share it with someone you care about, maybe a friend or sibling who could use a gentle reminder that their body still has the ability to rebuild. And of course, if you'd like more conversations like this, calm, honest, science-backed but easy to digest, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. This community is growing, and I'd be honored to have you as part of it. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Take good care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.